just fine. A good start to this final round. Safely in the fairway at 1. Has to be thrilled with that second shot here to the par 5. Frank got everything out of that.
Yeah, did well just to advance the ball so far down the fairway. And now a fairly straightforward third shot.
Nothing wrong with that. Inside of 5 feet. Nicely done. 4 feet. All that's left for birdie. Definitely not say no to that. 445-yard par 4 second hole. No mistaking where we are. Smack in the middle of Nevada desert. Moving on to the 445-yard par 4 second. Severe dogleg left. Aggressive players hitting driver to the left of the visible fairway. Less aggressive players will play to the right, but be careful long there and your ball could be lost in the desert moonscape. And this round starting off strong after the birdie at the first. This in the fairway at number 2. Second shot coming up, and we say hello to Iona Stephen.
Yes, it's 126 yards left to the flag and the pin right at the back.
Okay, center of the green, a good safe shot. This will require the full attention. A huge swing left to right on this putt. Just trying to get it in there close. Well, if that ball never really got rolling, that's going to come up a good 10 feet short. 11 feet away. That's a confident roll right there. Well done. It's a par here at the second. He'll stay right where he is. Now on to the third, first of the short holes here at Wolf Creek. Uphill shot, Frank?
Yes, it's going to play a little longer because of that. Then it's 227 yards off the back tee. Hard to imagine you have a par 3 in amongst this desert. And really, that's all it is. Tee and green. There's not much in between. Well protected, as you can see, by those bunkers. And this green a little smaller than what you'd like for a hole that's around that 230-yard mark.
And he definitely could have used a little more club there up the hill, as that's going to come up short. Still work to do to get this on the green. This is second. Okay, not a bad lead. That's a good shot. stuff. Oh, it is for a bogey 4. And that's going to move him back down to even par. No problems there. That's going to wind up safely in the fairway. Second shot coming up. Let's check in for the first time with Notah Begay III.
101 to the hole, hole cut right in the middle.
Well, had a good lie in the fairway, but couldn't do anything with it. That comes up woefully short. Gonna have to try and give this a good thump to fly it to the hole. Okay, not bad out of the sand, and that's what will remain, trying to grind out a par.
This is a 9-footer.
That's in. It is a good par here at number 4. And he'll stay at level par. This breeze going to push this toward the right. Be a little disappointed with that because it lands in the rough and it appears to be fairly thick over there.
Impressive to get the power on that second shot into the par 5 and comfortably get it up here by the green. I know it's in that greenside bunker, but that is very doable.
Okay, a good out, and that's what will remain for birdie. That's going to slide by to the left. Good work to get into that position, but couldn't finish it off. That one finished off. It is a par here at 5, and he'll stay at even par. Yeah, good swing and a good result as that is safely into the fairway. Put it in a great spot off the tee. Has just 86 yards left for his second shot. See what he can do with this.
Now the ball is on the green. That's about all I can say with that. With a short wedge in hand, you'd expect that certainly be much closer than that.
Whoa, I know that's a long putt, but that is way short. Eight-foot putt here. And that's what these greens can do to you. They make you see things that just aren't there. That one slides by. Okay, so that one finished off with double bogey. And that's going to move him back to 2 over par. Ooh. The tee shot collected here, now a short one for his second. Got to fully commit to this one as he'll try again. Okay, that should be inside of 10 feet, not too bad. Well done. That's in for par here at 7. And he'll remain at 2 over par. We think back to the 3rd hole at Wolf Creek straight up the hill. This 8th is the opposite. It's listed at 248 yards on the scorecard, but it plays significantly shorter than that thanks to a drop of better than 80 feet from tee to green. Keep that in mind when selecting your club. Okay, a friendly bounce there, and that will make its way onto the putting surface. Now this for birdie.
This is a very straight putt, but it will be fast. So you've got to be careful not to run this by if it wanders offline.
Not that time. Pretty good effort, but it'll wander a couple of feet by. Okay, back in for par here at the 8th. And he'll remain right where he is. No issues here. That is into the fairway. So not a whole lot left to go here as he'll set up his second with his par 4. Maybe not what you're hoping for from that number, but no damage. It's on the green. Speed down the hill. Going to be critical here on this putt for birdie.
Well, that's a little suspect. It never really went as fast as I thought it would.
This from 7 feet. Okay, good putt there for his par here at the 9th. And this will be a 2 over 38 on this front side.
While there's good bounces, there's bad bounces. That was a good one.
Gotta think this an extra half club or more as he sets for a second into the wind. Early part of this back 9 and a good approach shot. And now we'll have this for birdie. Now this for birdie at 10.
And you let quite a few opportunities slip through the cracks on the front side, so we'd love to take advantage here.
A little tentative there, and that'll come up short. So that's in for par to start this backside. And he'll stay right where he is.
We're here at the downhill part of the 11th hole. Frank gets 215 yards from the back tee. This hole certainly is not for the faint of heart. When you look at that tee shot, you think, oh my God, what do I do from here? But remind yourself, it's 215 yards and really only about 160, 170 yards to green grass again. But it's 215 yards. That should be the club that you're trying to pick. Green's big enough. Just persuade yourself. Try not to look at the canyon and the desert. There is a green down there. The hole is playable.
Okay, center of the green. Good shot. A lot of movement coming left here. This for birdie. That's not a very confident stroke. That was well short coming back up the hill. Okay, well done. It is a par here at 11. And he'll remain right where he is. Par 5, 12, and Frank, another reminder that Wolf Creek can really be intimidating.
It can. Water down the left. They'll take a huge dent off your scorecard. A lot of fairway down the right. Somehow find that. This par 5 can be reachable in 2. There's still trouble to the right of this green if you get a little bit cavalier. This, without doubt, the longest green on the golf course. It's 55 yards from front to back.
there. Good tee shot in the short grass. The putter has not been at its best, but this a good look for birdie. Okay, that'll help the cause. It's a birdie here at number 12. He's still in range to make a late move. Sits back with 6 to play. Oh, do you believe it? Right off making birdie. This tee shot on the very next hole. Out of bounds. About that one. Well done to roll it in for par. And they'll stay at 1 over. 14th hole here at Wolf Creek. Time to pull out the driver and as well the phone because you want to take some pictures. What a spectacular view.
Stunning. You can see a whole panoramic sort of 360 degrees right around this golf course. Then when you flick back and actually look at the 14th hole, there's 6 bunkers. 3 really in play with the tee shot, as you can see. The other 3 just up by the green. Anything to the right of those is preferred, unless you want to be playing your second shot out of the canyon or the bunkers. Green should be fairly receptive, and 3 distinct portions, which is sort of a common trait here at Wolf Creek. That's sort of 3 different tier levels in that. But let's see, birdies are to be made at Wolf Creek, maybe even one here.
Solid, good drive in the fairway. Now note his second from the fairway.
160 to the hole, standing on the wrong side of par right now, looking to get back to even.
That's got to be disappointing. Good line in the fairway, and the approach winds up in the bunker. Nope, that is not much of an improvement. Another attempt here to get this ball up and out. All right, good job to blast that out, but it is by no means home. here at the par 4. And that won't help the cause one bit.
Now to the short par 3 15th hole here at Wolf Creek. What is this, Frank? Just a wedge or a 9-iron? That's all, Rich, but it's very tempting to get greedy here. And, well, you pay the price, obviously, if you miss the green on the left down in those bunkers because they're, well, a good 6-7 feet below the level of the green. But with a wedge or a 9-iron, who doesn't go aim for the flag?
That one safely on the putting surface. Just want to maneuver this one close down the slope for birdie. Will that stop? Yes, that was not easy down the slope, but that's pretty well done. Okay, a solid par here at the 15th. And he'll stay right where he is. Oh, yeah, that is a beauty. It's not going to get the slope. Yes, it will. Check this out. Woo, that's going to keep right on going. So the great tee shot left him here. Now his second from relatively close range. Putter's let him down a few times, but this for birdie. Down for a birdie here at 16. Will certainly help the cause. So 2 holes left to play. Now the final par 5 on the course, 562 yards, the 17th.
The drive looks relatively straightforward. And I say that because there's a little creek down there that obviously you have to stay short of. But that's the fun part. They want to keep you back in an area where you go, can I hit the second shot across the stream, across the water, and still keep it on the green? And the answer is, I don't know.
Yeah, nothing to fault there. Good balance, good follow through, and a good start to this hole.
That just came out blazing. As soon as it hit the green, it was never going to stop.
Not much left here for birdie. Toward the end of the round. Birdies at 16 and 17. He will definitely not say no to that. This is a cool finishing hole here at Wolf Creek. Just 307 yards, a shorty. It's probably a fairway wood or a hybrid off the tee. What presents a problem, that approach shot. Waterfall on the left. It looks nice, but you just want to stare at it. You don't want to hit your shot there. Deep bunkers and rocks on the right, and a funky green that is really a challenge. This is an excellent finishing hole. What a display of power and precision off the tee. On the green here on the par 4 in one. Now, wouldn't this be something to cap the round? A long look at a closing eagle. Close. Couldn't ask for much more on that putt. Okay, what a run here down the stretch. Birdies at 16, 17, and now here at 18. That will finish off a 1-under round of 71. So, Frank, all things considered, not a weekend to remember for our featured golfer, but hey, you can't win them all, right?
No, that's for sure. But hey, they beat half the field.
So, for Frank Nobilo, Notah Begay III, and Iona Stephen, I'm Rich Lerner. We'll see you next time on EA Sports PGA Tour Golf. EA Sports and the PGA Tour so proud to present the season-long race for the FedEx Cup. From the Champions Course at Evian Resort, it's live final round coverage of the French Championship. 18 holes, that's all we get to try and find a champion. It's a daunting task, but someone's going to shoot the low round of the day and walk off with a title. As we look at the early leaderboard, we're looking at a tie at the top at 7 under par. Meanwhile, our featured golfer looking to cobble together a solid round here on this fine Sunday.
And that is not a fairway hit. It's definitely gone into the rough. Certainly not the start everybody was expecting.
Not quite going to hold the green, but that'll be okay. And this will be a 5-foot putt here. Well done. That is in for a par here at the first. And he'll remain right where he is. Boy, this scenery hits you early at Evian as we look at the 163-yard par 3 second. Just a stunning backdrop with a lake and mountains beyond. Best advice, take at least one, if not two, fewer clubs here, because many a tee shot has flown this green and wound up in the 4 back bunkers or even down near the market and Avenue du Bouquis below. Okay, not taking any chances there. A good, safe play in the middle portion of the green. Birdie putt coming up, and we go to Iona Stephen.
And this putt's going to want to go left all day long. It's back up the slope as well.
Oh, yes. Plenty of pace to Get up that slope. It is in for a birdie. Will certainly help the cause. Onward now to the 355-yard par 4 third. It is drivable for long hitters, but very difficult to hold this long but narrow green. So that ball nestles down in the rough. Just got away a little bit on that tee ball. Working from the rough. Here's his second at 3. Okay, a little left to do, but safely on the green. Well, not quite enough pace, but that's pretty good. So that's safely in. It's a par here at the third. And he'll remain in red figures at 1 under. That one a little straighter than the first 2 drives of the round. This is going to be safely in the fairway here at 4. From the fairway, Iona, this his second.
One of the toughest approach shots we'll have here at Evian. On a sloping fairway, we're on the side of the mountain to an elevated green, so really you have to have a high ball flight.
Just needed that a little bit more. I know it's 10 feet, but come on, I want it a little bit closer.
7 feet now for birdie. Yeah, that's a well-played hole. It's a birdie here at 4. You will definitely not say no to that. This is a good par 3 right here. The fifth is 187 yards. And you can see there is water guarding the front and right of the green. Again, club selection is crucial here. Left side of the green, that's the spot to aim. Oh, this could be trouble. Now, that needed much more behind it than he had got, and it comes up well short and into the hazard protecting the front of this par 3. Okay, so the drop made, and this will become his third at the par 3. Yeah, that's well done, though it is for bogey here at the par 3. They'll drop back now to 1 under par.
It might be in the rough, but that was absolutely crushed.
Ball sitting okay here for his second here at the 6th. do just fine. Let's see if he can knock this in. It's for birdie. Safely in for par here at the sixth. And he'll remain at 1 under par. Just what you want at this point in the round. You're trying to find a rhythm, hit fairways, hit the middle of the club face. That's what they did right there. Really hit that second shot on the button to this par 5, but Frank couldn't get it to stop.
Yeah, too good, too long, sadly.
This from about 10 feet. That one finished off. It'll be a par here at 7. And he'll stay right where he is. Yet another par 3 here on the front side at Evian. This 8th hole is a little bit longer at 211 yards. You can see that green is really skinny, so you have to be dialed in off the tee. And that one not on the green, but not in a terrible spot either. Sitting up in the short grass. Clean lie here for his second to the par 3. I have to try and give this a good thump to fly it to the hole. Well, this one out of the bunker, that is a positive development, but not on the green. It's in the short grass. Yeah, that's a good touch right there. Never easy putting from off the green, but that goes down, and it will only be the one drop shot. And this, a tee shot that fits the eye, and that'll be just fine. Iona a second coming up.
Yeah, it's an inviting second shot, the pin all the way back. If you land this ball at the front of the green, coming in with a slightly longer club, you've got a good chance of chasing it all the way back there.
That second shot got all the way down by the green, but in the bunker. So we'll have to see what the explosion shot can do from here. Really need a birdie right now.
All right, not exactly what you're hoping for, but safely on the putting surface with birdie still in play. Here at the 9th, and that will mean it's a 34 on the front side, 1 under par. Now, you always like a hole where you have to make a little bit of a decision. Here we are at the 10th. It's 412 yards. You can see it's a dogleg to the right. Comfortable with your driver? Well, you might want to try and just blow it over the trees on the right side. You want to play it safer? Pull out the 3-wood, put it in play. You'll still have a relatively short iron into the green, and still a chance to make a birdie.
Drive down the right might have been a little easier, but ball's sitting fine down the left side of the fairway. The hole's cut middle left. What do you got?
Oh, this could be good.
That was a good strike. Took it straight at it, too. That one bounce and check. Well played.
A 4-footer here for birdie. Okay, well done. A couple of birdies here sandwiched around the turn at 9 and 10 will certainly help the cause. Here we are at the 352 yards par 4 11. Uphill, dog leg left. Drivable for long hitters, that's right, if they can draw it around that corner. 5 bunkers on the right side of the fairway. The only real trouble off the tee. Yeah, very controlled shot there with the iron on this short par 4, and that's going to be just fine. Down on the course, let's check in with Notah Begay III.
158 yards left to the hole. Coming off back-to-back birdies, great chance to make it 3 in a row.
And safely on deck. That's the main thing, but from that distance, you really don't want to leave yourself like a knee knocker, like a 4 or 5 footer. So this first putt's going to have to be good.
Yeah, he wanted that to go a little more, but that's not too bad from there. So that crashed in for par here at 11. And he'll stay at 2 under. We come now to the 437-yard par 4 12. Best play off the tee is to fly the bunkers on the left side of this right-to-left sloping fairway, giving you a good angle to the green. And this ball absolutely piped. It is right down the middle. He'll be factoring in this breeze in his face as he sets for a second. Gonna have to accelerate through the sand here to give this enough carry. That is a good-looking pass out of the bunker right there. Got that to stop in a good place, leaving just a few feet for par. That one safely in. It's par here at 12. And he'll remain right where he is. All right, in the fairway.
Superb position, right in the fairway, and 200 yards to the flagstick.
That is right all the way. Okay, that one finished off. It is a bogey here at unlucky number 13. And he'll fall back to 1 under par. There's a big par 3 right here. The 14th is 244 yards. Doesn't quite all of that because the tee, as you can see, is elevated. That green happens to be well protected by 3 bunkers on the right. The winds can be an issue here, so there's a lot going on. This will take your best shot. And that's certainly not what you have in mind standing on the tee box. That never had a chance of hitting the green. A little short-sided here, left of the green for his second.
"18 feet from the bottom of the cup."
Yeah, maybe a little defensive there, as that'll come up short. Safely in. It's a bogey here at 14. And that's going to move him back down to even par. Up next, the 529-yard par 5 15. Narrow fairway sloping right to left demands an accurate tee shot. Long hitters can reach into, but beware that bunker guarding the front of the green. Beautiful tempo to that swing, and this is going to wind up squarely in the fairway. From the fairway, Iona, this his second.
Wonderful drive, and now looking at a second shot that you've got to throw up the right half. There's no question about it. Carry those 2 fairway bunkers. That's your main objective.
That's what he wanted to do. After the tee shot, puts himself in really good position here on the par 5. Good soft hands. That is nicely done. Yes, never in doubt. It's a birdie here at 15. You will definitely not say no to that. What a good-looking hole this is as we begin our closing stretch. The 16th is just 151 yards. Elevated tee. You look down on that green. You see the two bunkers on the back. The mistake you don't want to make, it's obvious. That small pond on the left. And again, if the winds are swirling, and they can here, to be a tricky club selection. Well, this is heading left, and it may need to stop quickly. That is a bit unlucky. It needed a little more behind it, but once it got rolling backwards, it was just not going to stop. Okay, so now after the drop and the penalty stroke, this will become his third shot now at the par 3.
I don't think he's going to fall in love with that one, Frank, but it won't hurt him.
No, but you'd expect from there to sort of get it within kicking distance. Now you've got to work.
This hole really taking its toll now. Shows its teeth. It is a double bogey. And he's going to fall back now to 1 over par. The 17th here at the Evian Resort, a shortish par 4 coming in at only 335 yards. But before you take out the big stick to go for it, keep in mind you need to play a pretty hard left to right because those trees on the right-hand side are awfully difficult to clear. That is dead center right down the middle here to start the hole. Iona a second coming up.
And it's a solid start to the 17th. Good tee shot opening up the green all the way uphill, so be careful that you've got enough club.
Gonna have to give this a pretty good thump. Oh, the hands came through beautifully there. Good thump of the sand and a good chance to save par. Yeah, that's a good punt. It is in for par here at 17. And he'll stay at 1 over. Well, you can't walk out and drop it any better than that. That is a fine tee shot right there. From the fairway, Iona, this his second.
And it's an excellent tee shot, but now it's a risk and reward approach as we look to that water which sits in front of the green, so no margin to miss this short.
Two solid shots at the par 5 and found the greenside bunker. Lie looks good. Now, just needed a good bunker shot.
So he'll dig in here as he readies his third for this par 5. Okay, a good out, and that's what will remain for birdie.
Great way to finish off the final approach shot with a birdie opportunity.
They say he should have made that. So a bit of a letdown here at 18, but it is a par. This will be a 1 over par round of 72. So, Frank, a few good things to take away from the weekend, but ultimately, this course just got the better of them.
Yeah, it did, but at least they went the full distance. That's the important thing. You tee it up on a Sunday. Even if it's not a great week, every day you get out to play golf.
EA Sports and the PGA Tour so proud to present the season-long race for the FedEx Cup. From the Quail Hollow Club in Charlotte, it's live final round coverage of the Wells Fargo Championship. And this, one of the sterner tests a golfer's going to encounter, 18 holes to decide a championship. The A+ game has to be there to make this work as we look at the early leaderboard. The Canadian Adam Hadwin is your leader. He's off to a good start at 6 under. Meanwhile, our featured golfer looking to cobble together a solid round here on this fine Sunday. This one working up the right side.
And that is going to miss the fairway as his opening tee shot is in the rough.
It's okay, not ideal, but manageable from there.
So he should be able to get a full club on this, but the ball below his feet for his second. Frank, what's the right play here on this approach at the first?
You can go at the flag here at the opening hole, Rich, because the flag's normally in these little pockets on the screen around the big ridge in the middle.
What a nice shot. Right on the green and a pretty easy putt on the way. Yeah, well done. That's in for par. And he'll stay at even par. Now to the second hole, the par 4, and Frank, what's in store for the players?
Opposite shaped hole to the opening hole. This one doglegs to the left, and those enormous oak trees have really become a problem with the tee shots. No use trying to go over them or around them. Just follow the fairway and play your second shot back uphill. Too strong for this hole, eh? Ran out of fairway and into the rough. Big hit, though.
So from the rough, here's his second at 2. That's where the wayward previous shot will cost you. Failed to reach the green from the rough, and now it's time to scramble. Not going to be easy.
The strike was fine on the pitch shot. Ball first, then turf. Just wasn't really hit hard enough.
Pretty good line, very close to going in. Okay, it's a bogey here at the second. And he'll drop back to 1 over par. That's a little better. Couple of missed fairways to start the round, but this one safely on the short grass here at the 3rd. This is where club selection is so important. Second shot into that stiff breeze. Not sure what happened there. Wrong club selection. Poor execution. Regardless, a lot of meat still on that bone. Okay, it's not stone dead, but that's not too bad.
This is a 9-footer.
Nicely done. It is a par here at the 3rd. And he'll stay right where he is. Yeah, that one came in a little hot. It's safely on, but it'll be a long look coming up. A lot of big greens here at Quail Hollow. This a long one for birdie. Oh, right there. The speed was spot on. Just a fraction offline, or that would have gone down. That one finished off. It is a bogey here at 4. And that's going to move him back to 2 over par. That one gonna split the middle. Maybe get a little rollout as well. That is a good, solid tee shot. Second shot straight ahead, and we go to Iona Stephen.
Well, it's 128 yards left to the flag today. Pin tucked in the front left-hand portion of the green today.
Oh man, it looked good initially, but rolled off the green and back into the fairway. That stings. It is a par here at the 5th, and he'll remain at 2 over par. All right, you don't have to catch it on the middle of the face every time. That's on the middle of the dance floor, and a birdie putt coming up. Yep, not bad. Had to put a little extra into that one, but got it there. That's a pretty good effort. Okay, that one finished off 4 apart. And he'll remain right where he is. Will do just fine. Now from a little less than 200 yards, this a second to the par 5. That one had to feel good.
Struck it so well. You could see that by the reaction of that ball when it hit the green. Landed so softly.
Oh, wonderful effort right there. That was tracking much of the way, and it'll leave a short one for birdie. A dead-on look here for birdie. And rushed in. It is a birdie here at 7. Will certainly help the cause.
Oh, I like that tee shot. One extra bounce. That's what kicked it into the first cut.
Yep, played that nicely. That'll work out just fine. 10-foot putt left. Okay, that mean for par here at the 8th. He'll stay right where he is.
Now to the 9th, better than 500 yards, and it is a par 4. Is this one of the hardest holes in the course, Frank?
It certainly is. It's a great way to finish this front 9. Dogleg left, and they put the bunker right where you want to aim it, down that right side. So now you've got to go a little closer to the trees, but don't go left. Please don't go left.
That one's going to hit hard. Get a little bit of run out, and that is going to wind up just fine. Got to think this an extra half club or more as he sets for a second into the wind. Well, not as close to the pin as you'd like, but when you find greens in regulation on a regular basis, you're going to have a chance. No, that needed a little more pace to really let the slope do its thing, and that one comes up short. Now, we've seen folks hang that putt out to the right. It does not move as much as you'd think, and that goes on by. Okay, a shake of the head as that one is finished off. And he'll slide back now to 3 over par. The 11th hole is 592 yards. It's obviously a par 5, and it is the longest hole here at Quail Hollow.